Michael Stanton here of Super Sport Motors in Clinton, New York. The zip code here is 13323. So we are located right in the dead center of New York State, right off of the New York State Thruway. Approximately 4.5 hours northwest of New York City, so you can figure out where we are. So this is a 1974 Cadillac Eldorado, and it is finished in a beautiful color called Dynasty Red. It is code 72. And from what I can tell, this is an all-original paint car. It's got 34,343 miles on it. I've owned it for about a year. I purchased it down in Florida just because of the condition, and it's beautiful. I've always loved 74 Eldorados. For those of you who may follow me and follow Eldorados, a 74 is very unique. It's the last year of the non-catalytic converter cars. So in 1975, of course, it was federally mandated that all automobiles in the U.S. would have catalytic converters on them. And of course, 74, they did not. However, I think from like 1969 to approximately 1974, or exactly 74, I should say, rather, all cars did have emissions on them, and they kind of increased through the years. So a 74 does have emissions on them, but most people threw them away as soon as they got the car, and rightly so. I was one of them back in the day that just opened the hood and tore all that stuff off. But nowadays, it's nice to have that stuff. So this car has that. Again, 34,343 miles on this magnificent Eldorado. Dynasty Red, and it's got a moonroof. That's probably the main reason I own this car. First of all, I love moonroofs on automobiles. But for those of you who haven't had the grandeur experience of owning one of these cars with one of these moonroofs, they're incredible for a number of reasons. First of all, if they work, which of course this one does, they're beautiful because when you're sitting in the car and you're going down the road, you cannot tell the car has a moonroof because the interior of the car has the same headliner as the rest of the car. So, hence, when the moonroof is closed, you can't tell you even are in a moonroof car. It doesn't whistle like T-tops used to. And it's huge. A lot of moonroofs in cars nowadays are small, so it looks like a little slit window up on your roof. And they have these covers nowadays that allow the sun to come through, so I'd say that sucks. And so if you're lucky enough to have one of these old Cadillacs, or even the Lincolns, I think they had moonroofs as well, they're beautiful, and they add quite a bit of value to this car. Now, I've got receipts going way back into the 80s that can absolutely 100% prove the mileage on this car. In a second here, I'll open it up for you, and I will let you see how beautiful this car really is. The dashboard, the leather, the carpet, the original plastic mats down there are really beautiful. Even the area back in here where the speakers are is commonly just stained, and this car is just beautiful. It really is. AC works, the cruise works. You ever heard of that? Air conditioning works and the cruise works. I think the only thing in the car not working at the moment is the clock, which in these cars is right there, if you may be able to see it. Now, look at that. That is a Craco CB radio. Back in the day, I'm 57 years old, so I'm old enough to know how to use those things, and they were a lot of fun. I would turn it on for you and show you, but I've forgotten how to use them. I'm going to open up the car here, and then you'll be able to hear the headlight buzzer. Look at that. Headlight buzzer works. '74 Eldorado was the only year that had silver in here. Silver for the backdrop of the speedometer, and it's also one of my favorite things on a '74 Eldorado. Good luck finding one of these where the dashboard isn't hard and cracked. This one is soft and not cracked and beautiful. All of the leather and everything is in very, very good shape. Let me show you the moonroof. Huh? Look at that. Really just spectacular. Now, when I do these videos of my cars, I don't show the engine and the trunk and all that kind of stuff, because if you go to my website, supersportmotors.com, that's supersportmotors.com, I'll have probably 200 photos of this car: engine, trunk, interior, undercarriage, everything that I think is important. By the way, it's got the most beautiful sounding doors when they close. Nice and solid with a thunk. If you've looked at these cars at all and shopped these cars at all, if they get any kind of high mileage on them, over 100, the door sounds like it breaks the glass every single time you close it. And it's, sounds chintzy. So if you don't have one of these Cadillacs where the doors close like that, you're going to have a hard time fixing it. You can fix them. It takes quite a bit of work, but you can get them to that point. But why do that when you can just buy one that doesn't have those problems? So my phone number is 315-853-1967. I have been buying and selling classic cars only all my life. I absolutely love it. If you can't tell by all the cars in the background, those are all my personal cars, as well as in that garage over there. And they're just cars that I have collected through the years and kept. I love every one of them. So let me see if I can recap here for you very quickly. 1974 Cadillac Eldorado with 34,343 original miles on it. And I can prove it. I've got all the manuals and everything. The car is finished in Dynasty Red, which is code 72. And then there's another code next to it. That's the number 2. And that decodes to white pinstripe. And then there is another code next to that that decodes to white vinyl top. Everything is in beautiful shape on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being concourse, 1 being junk, 5 being not a very good car. This car is quite easily and accurately a 9.2 on a scale of 1 to 10. The paint is not perfect, but it is extremely good. There's some fine checking on the very top of the car in the paint that you may be able to see in the photos. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. From what I can tell, and I've looked at the car pretty carefully, it looks like original paint, but of course I can't be sure. I can be sure of the mileage. Everything works on the car good. I mean, it's really just a good driving car. The signals work. The signals on the hood work. Oh, look at that. You can actually see it from here. Let me see. There it is. Low beams. I believe high beams on the right one is signal. I haven't looked, but we're going to look right now and see if this one's working. Because usually when you drive these cars, you can't see the light on the right-hand fender. But if you can't tell by my video here, and my pictures, and my voice, this is one of those cars that comes by once in a lifetime. And if you ask me why I'm selling it, I've got 25 cars in my collection. Sometimes I'll sell a car. Who knows? Next year, maybe I'll sell that Eldorado or this Tornado. I don't know. But right now, this car is being sold. Okay, and I'll be happy to talk with anybody with this car at length. I will consider all trades as long as it's a fun trade. I welcome all visits, but if you decide to text me, I'm not going to text you back. So again, my phone number is 315-853-1967. You can email me. My email is on my website. My website, again, is supersportmotors.com. My email, it's simple. It's Major Stanton. My last name is Stanton. So it's Major Stanton, USAF, at hotmail.com. I'm going to see if I can do a low sweep of this car. Well, I hope you enjoy the video as much as I've enjoyed showing it to you. If there's anything else to tell or anything additional, I'll do it in my listing. But again, I do these videos just for beauty's sake. I want you to see what the car looks like. Because if you're serious about buying it, you're going to watch this video 5 times, and you'd be crazy not to. Because when you watch the video and when you look at the photos carefully, you can pick up on little things in the car that are going to make you so happy you just have to have it, or maybe you find something that is just not going to work for you. All right? So again, please call me, 315-853-1967. I would be happy to put this car in your garage, and I can help you ship anywhere on the planet except New York City. No, just kidding. But anyways, thank you very much for taking the time to look at my video.